You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. This show is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons. If you'd like to see this show continue, consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media. And thank you for your support.
Saturday Morning Theatre proudly presents The Mysterious Mysteries of Toby Taylor, the Fruit Magician! Young Toby Taylor is known worldwide as the Fruit Magician, a master illusionist who can perform feats of astonishing prestidigitation. Toby Taylor eschews the traditional tools of the trade, such as playing cards, rabbits, linking rings, preferring to use only the freshest of fruit in his act. Toby has another talent as well, solving mysteries. With his lovely assistant and devoted sister Rebecca Taylor at his side, there is no mystery that can't be cracked by Toby Taylor, the Fruit Magician! Today's episode, The Prize Potato Caper, Chapter 3. Toby Taylor, Fruit Magician, and his assistant sister Rebecca have found themselves in the thick of a mystery at the Bonneville County Fair in Idaho Falls, Idaho. A prize potato owned by a Mr. Mowrey has gone missing mere hours before the judging. The prime suspect of the theft, Mr. Mowrey's competition, has an airtight alibi, which leaves our heroes wondering just who could have taken that potato.
Just who could have taken that potato?
I don't know, Rebecca. Mr. Packard, the guard who was guarding the table, didn't see anything, and Mr. Mowrey's rival, Fenton Lomax, has a perfect alibi.
I know, Toby, but the potato couldn't have just walked away. I mean, I know potatoes have eyes, but legs?
No, you are right, dear sister. Something happened to that potato, but what? Who could have had the most to gain if that potato went missing?
Fenton Lomax. But he hasn't been here all day. He was at his farm dealing with the birth of a calf.
True. That does make it a mystery.
It sure does. I wonder how... Wait a minute, look over there.
Where?
There, by the entrance to the livestock tent. It's Fenton Lomax.
Oh, yeah, I see him. What is he doing?
I don't know, but he's looking around all shifty-like.
Say, you're right. Come on, let's creep behind those barrels and see if we can see what he's up to.
It looks like he's waiting for someone.
Indeed, it looks like he's waiting a bit nervously.
Wait, look! Here comes a woman in black.
Oh, I see her. They shook hands and now they are whispering to each other.
Oh, I wish we could hear what they're saying.
Me too.
Wait, Lomax is pulling out some money from his wallet. There are several $10 bills there, and he's handing them to the stranger.
And the stranger is getting something out of her satchel. It's a package in brown wrapping.
Looks like there's something heavy in it.
Lomax is unwrapping it and... Oh, would you look at that?
It's a potato!
So that's how he did it. Lomax had someone else swipe the potato for him. This way, he'd have an alibi if anyone did suspect him.
What do we do, Toby?
We've got to put a stop to this right now. I'll stall them. You go get Mowrey and Mrs. Jamison.
Will do.
Hello there, Mr. Lomax.
Why, Mr. Taylor, isn't it? What can I do for you, sir?
Well, I was just taking in the midway here. I don't believe I've met your friend.
Well, this is Dr. Peele.
Oh, I see. Doctor, is it? What kind of doctor, may I ask?
I'm a doctor of
She's just a run-of-the-mill doctor, Mr. Taylor. Family practice. She's been helping my family for years.
I see. Well, I'm sure Mr. Lomax has filled you in on the latest around here. What with Mr. Mowrey's potato going missing and all.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that fact.
Oh, yes. Mr. Mowrey is Mr. Lomax's biggest competition in the potato pageant. And now his prize potato has gone missing.
Well, that is indeed a shame.
Yes, it is. Oh, look, here is Mr. Mowrey now, along with Mrs. Jamison and my sister.
What's the meaning of this? Why were you so eager to get me over here, young lady? I think you should know I have no desire to speak to Lomax at all.
Toby?
Well, Mr. Mowrey, we wanted you here because I believe that Mr. Lomax has something in this package just for you.
What? Something in this package? I do not.
Oh, I believe you do. Is there not a potato in the package you're now holding?
Well, yes, but it's not Mowrey's potato.
It's not? You mean to tell me that you didn't have your friend Dr. Peele here steal Mowrey's potato while you were at home tending to your newborn calf?
Why, that's ridiculous.
Yes, that's nonsense.
Mrs. Jamison, I believe wholeheartedly that in that package is Mr. Mowrey's potato.
Lomax, let me see that package you're holding.
Fine. Here.
Aha! A potato! You were right, Toby. Well, I think you just bought yourself a disqualification from the contest, Mr. Lomax. Mr. Mowrey, your potato.
Mrs. Jamison, as much as I think Lomax here is a lying cheat, that is not my potato.
It's not?
It's not?
It's not?
No, look at it. It's big, sure, but it's not near as big as my prize potato.
You didn't take Mr. Mowrey's potato.
I told you I did not.
But we saw you pay Dr. Peele here, and then she handed you this potato.
Dr. Peele is a biogeneticist at the university. She was helping me figure out how to grow larger potatoes. This potato here is to help start a new crop for next year.
Genetically altered potatoes. The judging panel will have to have a ruling on that.
Well, this is all well and good, but what happened to my potato?
Someone needs to relieve that guard. He took half the table with him during that sneeze.
Poor dear, allergic to hay.
Wait a minute.
What?
Follow me. Gesundheit, Mr. Packard.
Thank you, Miss Taylor.
I noticed you leaned against the table there when you sneezed, and it shook the whole table.
Yeah, well, sorry about that. I kind of knocked a few potatoes off their pedestals.
Well, everyone, I believe I know where Mr. Mowrey's potato went.
Really?
Really?
Yes. Brother of mine, would you kindly lift the bottom of the tablecloth here on the judging table so we can see underneath it?
Sure, although I don't see what good it will...
My potato! But how did it get under the table?
Well, Mr. Packard wasn't lying. He was here all day guarding this table. However, he's also been sneezing all day due to his hay allergies, and he must have held onto the table during a particularly violent sneeze, and it knocked your potato off its pedestal. It fell to the ground and then under the tablecloth.
Well, that would certainly explain why Mr. Packard didn't see it disappear. He was sneezing at the time.
Well, I'm certainly glad we could clear all this up. And Mr. Mowrey, I think you owe Mr. Lomax an apology.
Well, I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
But you'd better not be entering any of your genetically modified spuds in the next year's contest.
Now hold on. There's no rule about me trying...
Gentlemen, decorum, please. We've got to let Toby and Rebecca go prepare for their show.
That's right. Now that the mystery has been solved...
By me.
Yes. It's time for us to go get ready to dazzle the crowd with some fruit magic. Good day, all. Enjoy the show.
Fruit magic? I thought you were going to use potatoes in this one. Remember the whole pomme de terre thing?
No. After today, I don't ever want to see a potato again.
And as Toby and Rebecca prepare for their show, we will wrap up this first fantastic season of The Mysterious Mysteries of Toby Taylor, Fruit Magician!
This episode of The Mysterious Mysteries of Toby Taylor, the Fruit Magician, starred Vanessa Whitney as Mrs. Jamison, Dan Garza as Mr. Mowrey, Chris Sheets as Mr. Packard, Clinton Alvord as Fenton Lomax, Alison Mork as Dr. Peele, Molly Fite as Rebecca Taylor, Grant Baciocco as Toby Taylor, and Kevin Berntson as the narrator. Sound designed by Christopher Green of Green Streams Studio. Find out more at greenstreamsstudio.ca. Music for this episode by Dan Ring. The Mysterious Mysteries of Toby Taylor, the Fruit Magician is a production of Saturday Morning Media and is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a monthly donation for as little as $1 a month. Huge thanks to Shay Stewart, Merle Lafferty, Jeff Peterson, Dale Gadania, Stephen Staver, Jackie Climo, Melissa Crawford, Dave Slusher of the Evil Genius Chronicles, Mike Coughlin, Dorothy Baciocco, John D., Kathy Crawford, Brian Greer, Carrie Whitney, Chuck Tomasi from the Technorama podcast, Chris Foster, Stephen Ng, Clinton of ComedyForecast.com, Vicky DeVries, Mike Wobschall, Twitter user Buttsandgear, a.k.a. Wildcat, Eve Cunning, Mike Hamilton, Gaston Moreno, Reed Loveland, Ivan Asquith, Vanessa Whitney, Janine Lee, Peggy Etra, Kristen Hogan of Squid Friends, David Akers, Zoe Palladino, Ellen Moltari, Christopher Harris, Rachel Jackson of Vox Fabuli Puppets, Carolyn Weisner, John Petty, Rachel Hansen, Andrew, Darcy Prevost, Fernando Torres, and Ron McAdams. If you'd like to support this show and the other fun content from Saturday Morning Media, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your monthly donation today. You can also tell a friend about the show or leave the show a review in the iTunes Apple Podcast directory. And while you're over there in Apple Podcasts, be sure to click that subscribe button. That way you'll get new episodes the moment they are released. Thank you so much for listening. The Mysterious Mysteries of Toby Taylor, the Fruit Magician is copyright 2017 Saturday Morning Media, Grant Baciocco, executive producer, all rights reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com. You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.